everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Today's matchup could be an interesting one. The Broncos rank in the top 10 in total yards, and they go up against a Patriots defense that believes in itself. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown Denver. Coming up, a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game between the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos.
Hard to admit that I used to draw. Portraiture in a human form. Doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing. Moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and a muse from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No-name nuisance. Who's in a bedroom? Who's in a brand new cuneiform? Barely commune with the horde. Got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone amp to the yap of the magpie. Unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, a little bit of backlight. Black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get three dimensions stuffed in a two. Then it's off to a school where it's all you get to. Being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a two-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod. Distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light. I left some will the spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. Horn about a thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now our colors pouring.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos come into today's game looking for a way to pick up win number 10 on the season. It's the Patriots going up against the Broncos. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. Coming up, a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game between the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Simeon. A dump off for Charles. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well in. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk. Complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On play action, it's Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
It's a gain of 20 that time, and it'll give the Patriots a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up second down. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Brandon Marshall, no, not the wide receiver, a quality linebacker who can cover very well.
Brady will try again on second down. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find Big 87. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So this is not the QB here. They're going to do a direct snap out of the Wildcat. Now a Wildcat look. It's Jones. They run. This is Lewis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now this time, Brady will throw. That's complete right around the 8. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Alan Branch in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
All right, here we go.
Off of play action, Simeon. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, 89 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back?
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big...
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in the touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Got his man, it's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. He rifles one that's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Coach hinted to us that we may see some old power football here in this game. game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he handed it to us, and then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line, and they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how many guys are in there. I want to run the football this week, and boy, it has paid off for them in this game.
A quick look here at the Patriot defense.
Dante Hightower is a guy who can play the run with the best of anyone in the league, but he'll fool you a little bit in pass coverage. Not so bad there as well.
Now Simeon firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
A dump off for Charles. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. They come up in an offset eye. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? And Simeon's going to sneak it. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try to, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Trevor Simeon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos will extend their lead. 4th and goal, and they just tell the leader of this offense to sneak it in there, and he got it done.
Yeah, all you're trying to do is follow the wedge that's created in front of you. Center, guards, tackles. Just get low, fire out, and you get low right behind them and get it over the goal line.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 24 that time. And that's good for a New England first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Brady now on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Halfback sent in motion. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Brady throwing on second down. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is...
They've got his man complete. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it'll be first down, Denver.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give him even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play. I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Simeon. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
You ever notice that when Tom Brady does get hit and drop to the ground, there's some guys back to him pretty quickly to check on his health, aren't there?
That's exactly right. For as much as he throws, doesn't take a lot of square shots, but took one there.
He's really smart in the pocket, isn't he? Even out of the pocket. He understands where the pressure is coming from. He senses people. You're exactly right. Doesn't take too many direct ones. But that one had to hurt.
So the D-line's going to spread out. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Time to step aside. Back to Denver right after this. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st and 10, here's Brady going underneath for Lewis. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run it now out of the gun. Lewis. And he cuts it left, and now room to move. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Lewis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Back to throw, Simeon. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Simeon now to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
A first down carry here for Charles. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Simeon. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Third and long, it's Simeon. A dump off for Charles. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Zach Kerr, the big defensive tackle, the one to get him down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And the back goes into motion. Brady to throw on second down. Looking deep here for Dion. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. Well, they have the yards anyway, so they're going to decline the penalty. And now a first down following that long gain. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw, it's Brady. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The reigning Super Bowl MVP, Von Miller, in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they'll try to fire up the running game with C.J. Anderson. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On second down, Anderson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. Short yardage situation. Here's Charles. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key 3rd down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
Here's Simeon. And his throw here is incomplete. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
2nd and 10. Simeon again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now, because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Brandon Cooks, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways. Either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the gadget package there won't do much for him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 Patriots there to bring him down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go.
Oh, maybe a free play for Simeon. Green with a catch left side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Well, still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Brady going to try and throw on third down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. In the backfield is Anderson. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Green with a catch left side. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Anderson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coney Ely in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Throw complete right side to Cooks. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Lewis, and he cuts it right sideline. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. They'll get 23 yards there, and it gives the Pats a first down.
I know back in the good old days, just about every team was constructed to power run to the right side. We just saw a pitch to the right side that worked pretty well.
It's easier going to the right than the left?
It just used to be very simply that the right side was always the power side. I think that's just one of those old things. I'm not sure it's still the same, but on that play, it certainly felt like we were back to the future.
Yeah, and it worked. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now this time, Brady will throw. This is caught. Gronkowski. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So the Broncos coming out now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A whole bevy of Patriots there that time to bring him down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Simeon gives to his fullback, Janovich. And he's able to get up here. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Charles. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Here we go.
On second down, Jamal Charles. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. 2 Patriots there to bring him down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Getting late in the fourth now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they could...
And a loose football. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Hot! Hot!
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
All right, here we go. Hot!
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 43-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for Denver, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.